Hey, how are you? I'm good, thanks. Welcome to the Kieran Dawn channel on YouTube. So I wasn't allowed to have porn when I was a kid. Well, most kids aren't allowed to have porn unless their parents are like one of those new age parents who don't discipline their kids, and those kids grow up to be fuckwits who most likely join a cult and lose all their money and sanity. So my dad wouldn't, especially my dad wouldn't let me have porn. If he found porn in my room, I'd get in trouble. So, and when I say when I was a kid, I meant like a teenager. I wasn't one of those 4-year-olds who started watching porn. Those kids grow up to be serial killers, future Ted Bundys. So, yeah, my dad found porn in my room. He would get angry at me and I'd be grounded. And I also wasn't allowed to have magazines with attracted women in them as well, because it's kind of the same as porn. He's like, I know what you're going to be doing, these kind of thing. So I found a way to get around it. I started buying magazines with guys that kind of look like girls in it. And my favorite person at that time when I was a kid was Jonathan Taylor Thomas. He played Randy in Home Improvement. He was a voice of Simba in The Lion King. He was in some crappy Pinocchio movie. He was a man of the house with Chevy Chase and the girl from Charlie's Angels. Yeah, he was my favorite because he had kind of long hair, and if you squinted your eyes hard enough, he kind of did look like a girl. So I had a big poster of him behind my door, and my dad, he didn't assume anything. He just thought I was a Home Improvement fan, and he thought Randy was my favorite character because he was the most talented kid actor, and he was like the funny kid. The other kid was the tough kid, and the other younger one was the nerdy kid. But yeah, he was the cool kid, I guess. So my dad allowed me to have this big poster on my door, and I used to tell him that I was studying, and I would have the door shut, and I would squint my eyes. And in the poster, he had long hair, and he kind of looked like a girl. And so I started masturbating, and I was like, my dad would hear the grunting, but he assumed I was just impersonating Tim Allen, because if you've seen Home Improvement or any of his stand-up, 90% of it is just him grunting. So he assumed nothing. I got away with it for like 2 years or so, Then one day I was going to town, and he busted in my room. He must have needed to tell me something important or something. And he opened the door, then saw me in action, cock in hand, and it startled him. He's like, huh? Yeah, and after that, because after that I was kind of like banned from watching anything to do with Tim Allen. I wasn't allowed to watch Toy Story. I wasn't allowed to watch the Santa Claus. I haven't seen the Santa Claus, guys. That was meant to be like one of the best live action Christmas movies of my childhood, and they made 3 of them. I think the first 2 was good, and apparently the third one was crap, but it had Martin Short in it, so it might have been okay. Yeah, and it wasn't that my dad was angry that I was jerking off over Jonathan Taylor Harris or possibly Tim Allen. It wasn't my dad was angry about that. My dad was angry because he thought I could do better, Yeah. So trying to motivate me. Then after that, my dad started. So after that, when I got banned and he caught me masturbating, he started giving me like magazines with Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci in it. He's like, "This is what real men are. This is real. Forget about this guy. This guy looks like a girl." And he's pointing to the poster of Jonathan Taylor Harris when he says it. He points to the poster of Jonathan Taylor Harris, and he's like, this guy's not a man. He looks like a girl. These are the guys you should be idling." And yeah, I didn't have the heart to tell him that I was imagining Jonathan Taylor Harris as a girl. You know, Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci are great actors, and but you know, they look nothing like a girl. You know, no matter how hard I squinted my eyes, they still kind of look like Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci. And I tried. I squinted so much that my eyes started to bleed. I almost needed glasses because of it. Yeah, well, that's it. Casino was a good movie, but not masturbation worthy. Though Sharon Stone, I guess she was okay though, but she was freaking crack whore or something. She was a drug addict, so that's a turn off. You know, I can't get it up over drug addicts. You know, it's a bit too close to home. By home, I mean out in the street. You know, I see junkies walk down the street all the time. There's a methadone clinic somewhere in Penrith. I don't know. But anyway, thanks for watching. Please press the like button. Please subscribe to my channel. Please share this video. And please comment like what if you're a male, what male did you used to fantasize being a woman? And if you're a woman, what woman did you used to fantasize as a man? If that makes sense. Yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Catch you later. Kieran Dorton, out.